systems. We've had a little cry. We can continue, right?
Oh, fuck off.
Who's crying?
Exactly. You just
Nobody's
can't stop
crying. I've actually been laughing at some of what's been going on in
It's
here.
a figure of speech, guys. Come on.
Who's crying? Like, this is
It's
the
a figure of
ridiculousness from
speech.
this guy again.
It's
Oh,
called
yay,
a
we can carry
figure
on, guys. Have you had a cry? Sorry about that. What do you want? Flowers, money in your account? What do you want? Fucking childish, Globus.
Oh, God. Okay, so are we done or nah? We're going to continue.
He's not
No, you are, but what am I?
What do we want to talk about now? What
Yeah,
should we
exactly.
talk about now?
I agree with Amy. Let's move on. Are you okay with that, Queen?
What should we talk about?
Yeah. What should we talk about now? What's the most pressing issue that we in the flat earth or whatever?
Yeah, what is the most pressing issue?
I don't know what's the most pressing issue, but I was intrigued by those videos of planets moving around stars. I didn't know we could do anything like that.
No, that was quite impressive, wasn't it?
That was cool.
I think it's all this presupposition, Amy. Presupposing planets, assuming how the sky works. This is one of the most pressing issues here. You guys continue to do it.
No, it's not.
We're sick of it. We're sick of you assuming the world you live in. Okay, and that's why tempers flare. Because when you just talk so nonchalant about planets, and it's like, well, hold on a second, we've just spent hours asking what are planets, where are planets, who has seen a planet, who has verified a planet, and that's when again, things can spiral out of control because we ask you now to demonstrate these planets.
We don't kind of what was done.
Well, we have demonstrated them, but you don't, I get frustrated too with some of the things that flat earthers say. You just heard my frustrations too earlier, but have I called you any names? Have I called anybody any names?
You haven't.
So let's
and
back off of that.
I commend you for that.
Thank you. So let's talk about why you get frustrated with the fact that we, when we talk about the planets and you think it's quite casually.
Right,
why is that frustrating?
Yeah, it's very nonchalant because we're like, well, hold on a second. Planets, as we understand, are just lights in the sky. They're not physical. They're not things you can land on, like Mars, for example. And again, look, you see, this is where the abuse with others may kick in. Because this is a very serious question for us. You're talking about something that you haven't verified and then mocking us because we don't believe your religion. Okay?
Well, of course we're mocking you.
And that's the problem. That's the problem, Amy. You see, so when you say, "Oh, we're not quite," you've already heard farmers immediately off the bat, right? Of course, we're mocking you. So
of course we are.
That's fighting words.
May I speak?
Just lights in the sky. I mean, do you know how fucking ridiculous you sound?
May I speak? Real quick, I was just going to say, I'm not farmers.
No.
No, but I'm just.
I'm not anybody else here but Amy. So when somebody calls me a name for something that, for some perceived slight, how is that fair if somebody else did something and I didn't do it?
Again, I agree with what you're saying. We get tarnished with the same brush. All flat earthers, we are told, well, your flat earthers believe this, your flat earthers have done this. What about the flat earthers? And we have to kind of answer for other flat earthers. And again, I understand. Yeah, you don't speak for other globe earthers, but the situation we find ourselves in is that you are rubbing shoulders, aligning yourself with globe earthers. So. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't call names and abuse, but you may get caught up in the fight. If you're along with farmers here, I know you're not farmers, but we're talking, farmer steps in, and you're not saying to farmers, hey, back off. That's not what we're about. We're about finding the truth.
I'm not a mod here.
No, you don't have to be a mod. This can happen. This can happen anywhere
what happened to free speech?
Society. Of course, you can say whatever you like, but the point is,
you
can say whatever you like, but the point is, Amy. Now again, it's you kind of if you want or you don't want, but you should rein him in and say, hey, that's not what we're about, okay? Because it makes us look bad. See, again, you can't get away from that because all the globe earthers are in the same boat. They have the same belief, and flat earthers see it that way. Just like you see us as flat earthers.
But to go on to that, why do I have to be responsible for something everyone else says? Am I his mother?
No, I agree. You're not. I've just said that. I said flat earthers. Because remember, you're talking to me, so I'm not going to be as, exaggerated as others, or as expressive as others, I should say. So yeah, I get it. You don't speak for them.
No.
But
I am only responsible for my own behavior, as are you. You are responsible for your own behavior. And I'm not saying that you've done anything, because actually you've been nothing but gracious with me, especially with the debates and everything. But what I'm talking about is, why do I have to get lumped in with and get all the name calling when I'm not the one who's doing that behavior?
Again,
That's my issue
I
with the whole
agree.
thing. I'm responsible for me. You are responsible for you. They're responsible for themselves.
I tell you
So,
why. I tell you why.
Guilt by association is wrong.
I can tell you why. Is because if me and you were to have a conversation about the globe, or you and a flat earther, you would have others speaking for you, answering for you. So even if you didn't know something, you would refer to the other guys. You would say, these are my teammates. They may know something I don't. So again, that's just how the perception would be, is that you're aligned with the other globe earthers. Now again, I'm not saying that you are. You're on this on your own. But like I said, if we were to talk about the globe right now, you would have others answering for you. And they do it to others as well. It's not just you. All of you stick together and answer for one another. And if one doesn't know something, another one will step in.
The flat earthers here.
Hmm?
So I'm sorry, but you're doing the guilt by association thing, and you're excusing that for this one instance, when it's both sides that do it.
And I agree. I said you're on your own.
I am. I'm responsible for myself. I'm responsible for my own behaviors. I'm not responsible for everyone else's, nor are they responsible for my behaviors.
Yeah, but I'm just giving you the perception of why these things happen. See?
That's an excuse.
No,
and
this
it's
is what happens.
And I understand what you're doing, and I understand that you're giving me that perception. But again, I'm trying to explain to you why it should stop. I am not them. I am not the one who's calling everybody names under the sun. I'm not calling... Did I call you an idiot? No. I haven't called anybody any names here so far.
I'm not arguing
Unless
with you. I
they
agree.
insult me first.
I agree with what you're saying, but like the perception is, all of you ball earthers stick together, and if one, I guarantee, if we're having a conversation about the planets now, and we're questioning you, somebody will step in for you, and it's almost like they're speaking for you. You're in this together. It's not like you would say. It's not like you would say. Well, hold on a second, guys. Don't answer for me. Let me take this.
Well, KIMO, can it be appropriate sometimes for somebody who knows
can,
more?
Moyuk, it can be.
As long as it's not done in an
not a problem.
way.
I haven't said there's an issue with it. Just pointing out the perspective to Amy here is why this happened.
No, I don't understand how that's an excuse. If it's done in a polite, cordial way and it's not unwanted by the person who's primarily speaking, how is that a
Again,
problem?
I haven't said any of this is wrong. There's nothing incorrect here. There's nothing wrong. I'm just explaining why the perspective is. You're all lumped together. It's because you speak together as one together. See?
That's true.
That's why.
I'm just saying
to Amy, if you want to separate yourself, for example, you would have to be someone like Grimm, who has a completely different idea about the world, and the Globers here, they know Grimm is not with them 100%. So anything Grimm says, they can be like, well, whatever, yeah.
Grimm thinks it's the globe, though.
But with you, they would want to correct you, Amy. If you were to make a mistake, they would say, well, no, Amy, that's not quite right. It should be like this. You should say this.
Wow.
And then you would say, yeah, okay. If that's what it is, that's what it is.
If there is a
So full of
truth out
shit.
there, wouldn't most
And I'm wrong a lot, and I admit that.
if there is a
KIMO
truth
won't
out
let you
there,
admit
wouldn't
being
people-
wrong.
If there is a truth out there, wouldn't people sort of like all be on that side if they had found it? Wouldn't all the answers sort of start coming together?
Again, I'm not looking for an argument here. I'm just pointing out if Amy wants to get involved in the discussion and she's wondering why there's abuse, I wouldn't give the abuse, but why there is abuse, say it's because it's like one body and many heads. We're all in this together.
KIMO, you have not watched text chat for the last couple of weeks, have you? At all?
That's one of the reasons why.
Just because she's not using her voice doesn't mean she's not
you shouldn't take
arguing
it-
the
well,
shit in the chat.
I think the
Hey,
point-
hey,
I think let me.
hey,
I think the
hey, freedom of speech,
the moral
boy.
or the point of this, I think.
hey, freedom of speech, mate. I thought you were for it. Why'd you have to Fundy mute me, hey?
I've even forgot
Hypocrite.
my point now. Anyway.
Yeah, good. Right. Amy does a lot of chatting in this text chat here. She only comes in here most of the time to laugh at some of you. Right?
Yeah,
But why is it that you're
See, Amy,
Yeah, but
he's
hang on,
speaking
Mel.
for you
Hang
already
on,
now.
hang on,
He's
hang
saying, you see, this is my point. He's saying,
Hang on, I
Amy's
want to
in here
address something else.
to laugh at you guys, and you should be saying, no, I'm not. I'm here to have a discussion. Or, yes, I am. And that's the point. Again, together, he's speaking for you, Amy. This is my point.
No.
he's not.
No.
So
And
I
I'm going to
deserve
call you.
abuse for that?
Yeah. Why
Not that
would
I
that
don't think
happen?
you deserve
And
abuse,
also,
but
KIMO,
I'm just saying
another
that's
thing.
how people perceive it as one. You're all in this together.
Yeah, KIMO, just another thing. I agree with a lot of the things that Mr. Grimm says about electricity. So you're fucking wrong again.
Who's rustling paper
Mel.
or opening a hamburger?
Me. Got a
for
problem with
fuck's
that?
sake, Mel.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mute
I do,
yourself.
Mel. Push to talk, Mel.
Why don't you go back to school?
We all
Oh,
need
he's
to take
eating
short
on
pills.
mic.
Hey, actually, Mel, talking of school, you said before that you graduated from the Queensland High School with honours. What year
No,
was
I didn't.
that?
No, I didn't.
Yes,
say
you
that.
did.
Yes, you did. You said
Yes,
with
you did.
honours.
No, I didn't.
You did.
And I didn't question it because I was thinking, I never went to high school here. Do they graduate with honours here? Because to me, that's only a university term,
They
right?
certainly don't do that over here. I know I do know.
They certainly don't
Well-
do that in Queensland, which I've since discovered. So why did you say that, Mel? Were you confused?
Because I didn't grow up in Queensland.
Oh, right. So where did you graduate high school with honours from then?
I didn't say high school.
You did.
Oh,
And honours.
No, I didn't.
right. Okay, I might have misheard. That's fine. So, right. I mean, you
So what
are
did you
quite
say
good at
then,
your
Mel?
designing stuff. You are quite good at that, Mel, and I wish you'd forget about this flat earth nonsense and maybe concentrate on that. But that's not going
I'm
to happen,
one of-
is it?
I'm one of the smartest people on earth. I know that.
No, that's not. No, I wouldn't go that far.
Mel, at
Definitely
exactly
wouldn't go that far. I said
7:50
you're good at your
p.m.,
design
you
and
said
stuff.
that you finished school with honours, all right? So you can look
Yeah, not
back at
high school.
7:50 p.m.
Not
You
high
said
school.
high school.
I didn't say high school.
You said
Elementary
school, right? So
What the fuck?
School with honours.
What the fuck difference does it make anyway?
7:50 because you fucked up. You lied, and we're calling you out
He
for
says
it.
graduating,
didn't fuck up,
graduating
and
second
You
grade with
did. There's no.
honors.
There is no
doesn't-
honours.
doesn't
There is no
apply.
honours in Queensland.
I
Only uni
didn't
has
grow
honours.
up in- I didn't grow up in Queensland. I wasn't talking about high school. So
You were. It
what
was
else-
implied. You finished school with honours. You
Okay.
said.
What else
which
you got, you
grade-
dumb
What
cunt?
grade did you graduate? with
Mel,
honors
you're
in,
living.
Mel?
You're living off my tax, Mel. I'm
You know
the
you've
one
got
that
him when
helped
you
you
go
and your
straight to
mother
your
get to the
dumb son.
hospital trip, right? Because of my taxes.
Listen to this heartless
There you go.
fish of a fucking reptile.
Triggered.
Fish of a reptile?
If
It's
your
Can
parents
you
were
can
in
you thank me later?
if your parents were in hospital right now, varies or whatever, whoever the fuck you are,
Yeah.
how do you think you'd go? Taking care
Well,
of your fucking parents.
I managed quite well, actually.
Do you
Hey,
take care of your parents?
Thanks
do
for
you,
asking.
dumb,
I actually
dumb
agree with
cunt?
Merle here. I actually
Yeah,
agree
I
with
do.
Merle. Talking about his
You
mom
take
has
care of your
nothing to do with
parents,
this
do you?
conversation.
Yes, I do.
No one brought his mum up, Sean.
Oh yeah,
He did that himself.
Eric-
Yeah, he did that himself.
well, I just heard that just now, so I apologize. But regardless, I don't think it's a good conversation for the room
See,
anyway.
this is
He
where
literally brought it
chemo-
up, Sean.
This is where
I
chemo's-
understand that, but it's
This
still
is
not,
where
it's fine.
chemo's
Merle,
really
talking about your
um,
mom isn't necessary for the room. Is everyone
Yeah,
happy
I
with
know
you saying
because
that?
well, listen, Sean. Vile pieces of shit crawled out of vaginas, and now they walk around on a place called Earth.
Why are
It
you
happens.
projecting? Why are you projecting, bro? Why are you projecting?
It happens.
Mel.
It
You're
happens,
right.
dude.
You're right. Don't cry. It's okay.
Go crawl back into the hole
All
you
this
came
really
out of.
seems like now it's just try to
Have
get
you
Merle.
called out
You
the
can't
hole
do
you've
that,
been out of?
Merle. That's silly. You can't do that.
It's okay, Mel. We're
I
here
don't
for you.
think you'd
I'll,
want to do
I'll
that
continue.
either, would ya?
I'll continue supporting you with my taxes. It's okay, and so will Queen, and so will others around Australia. So we're all right. We'll help you out for the hard times.
I won't.
What's your job, bitch?
Hmm?
What's your
What
job,
does that have
bitch?
got to do? What
What's your
does that
job?
got to do with the conversation, Mel?
What's your job, bitch?
I mean, I could easily imply what is your job. You're unemployed, right?
What's your job, bitch?
We don't need to disclose
How much
Mel.
taxes have you paid in your life,
Merle and varies.
bitch?
Hey, Merle,
Oh,
Quite a
God,
few
my
hundred.
and varies. How
If you
about
want
we
to
change
talk
the
about my
subject?
taxes,
It's
How
boring
many? Have you
already.
paid $200,
Right.
Sean? Just
Okay,
chill for a
Mel.
sec.
It's okay, Mel.
Varies.
It's okay,
Varies.
Mel. I'm
What's your
supporting
job and how much tax have you paid in your life? How old are you? When did you begin work?
I didn't think I had to disclose my tax information with
When
you,
did you begin work?
Oh my God, Mel.
Once
if you
again,
wanna
I don't
talk
think I
about
have to
tax,
disclose that
I'm more
information.
than
What were
happy.
your marks
I've
in
already told you
school?
I've paid a
What
few
does your
hundred so
shit
far.
smell like?
I'm
What does your
paying you.
shit smell like?
Marks,
What's your blood
Marks.
type?
Well, I do know that I didn't graduate with honours in high school, Mel. So, yeah, there is that.
What's your shit smell like?
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure all
Mel.
shit smells the same, doesn't it? I mean, maybe you could tell us what yours smells like. But I don't see why it's
Oh my
necessary.
God, we're not
I
having
reckon
this
your shit
conversation.
I reckon your shit would smell really bad because what comes out your mouth and your brain is pretty fucking vile.
I mean, shit naturally smells bad, but nice one. I mean, it is waste after all that comes out of the body.
Yeah, have a cheap shot when someone's just like taking their mum into hospital with a broken hip. Like, have a cheap shot, why don't you? Feel good about yourself, cunt.
Yeah, that's.
Is your mum okay?
How about
Mel?
this? How about this?
Hey guys, just a
You
sec.
stop talking
Is your
about
mum-
this because it's
hang on,
annoying
Sean.
as fuck, and you act
Just
like little
a sec.
kids. I'm done hearing it.
Just a sec. Is your mum okay, Mel? Is she got a broken hip?
Hang on, I gotta unmute him.
That's no good.
You're
I'm
unmuted,
unmuting him.
Merle.
No, he's not.
No, he's good now. Go ahead, Merle.
Why did you mute him?
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of hearing them go back and forth like little kids, Chemo. You're a mod.
Well, then
You
go
should
on
be the
mute
first one to do
then.
this. No. How about I stop the you smell like shit and this is this and it's little kid shit. You're a mod, Chemo. Your job
Yeah,
is to
everything's
stop
fine.
personal attack in the
Now we're
conversation.
listening to you.
Yeah, you're damn right you are because I'm the only one here,
Ugh.
obviously, who's a fucking adult.
You're a small man, Sean. Relax.
Oh dear.
Good
Well,
idea,
just
Merle.
waving
Piss off the
around
guy
the
that was
hammer.
trying to stop the personal attacks. Go ahead.
But you didn't. And you
He
didn't
was
pull him
actually
up and
Really?
speaking up
address
to
it.
you, Merle.
No,
Really?
you didn't
Merle,
just
address
for the
I
it.
record,
actually, Merle,
You didn't
Merle,
address
I
it.
muted you.
People
Merle,
like
I muted
varies.
you,
Sean,
I muted
people
you,
like
and I
listen
muted
to me
him.
for a sec, Sean.
No, you
people
listen to
like
me.
varies.
I muted both
People-
of you. I
Sean, you're
didn't just
messing
mute
up the
you.
conversation.
fucking
It will
midget.
move on, for
That
goodness
wasn't a
sake.
conversation, Chemo. That's the problem.
Yes,
it
but
wasn't
it
a
will
conversation.
develop and it will move on.
Yeah, guess
Come on,
what? When
guys.
someone stops a little kid acting and wants it
Oh
to be an
my
adult
gosh.
conversation, that's how it moves on.
Or into silence.
Yeah, better than listening to them talk about their shit stinking.
Which is
You
true.
fucking idiot. Be a mod, Chemo. Quit being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, chemo, can I ask you, if you just had to put your mum in hospital, and there were people in this chat asking you about the taxes you pay and how much of a unemployed piece of shit you are, do you think that's normal human behaviour?
Nope.
To
Right,
be
so
fair, Merle,
very-
he didn't bring up
No,
your mum,
Queen,
to
that's
be
not
fair.
the time
Yes,
to
you did.
jump
To be
in.
fair, I didn't actually bring up being mum. I was just actually asking
that's
about the
not
fact that you
the
fucked up
time-
earlier when you said that you
that's not
finished
the-
high school honours. But anyway, it's okay.
I
You did divert
didn't-
the conversation to that.
I wasn't talking
Sorry
about
to hear
high
about
school.
your
It's,
mum,
it's
Merle.
actually, Merle, it's actually you that's using your mum in this
Yes.
argument, isn't it? It's
No,
no one else.
No, Jem,
And I
don't.
think
Don't.
Well, you are, because that wasn't part of the argument, and now you've made it. part
No,
of the
but they've brought
You said-
up something.
You said
that was relevant.
I'm suffering because of this, and they should have behaved differently because I'm suffering because of this, even though they didn't know that I'm suffering because of this.
Yeah, he knew. He knew. He was here when it happened, and he's having the cheap shot. If you want to support
You were both
that,
having
go
cheap
ahead.
shots. You've been having plenty of cheap shots.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. You've said some.
No, I haven't.
You've said some vile things today.
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Merle, you have.
Well, to Merle. That's
Well, at least I'd rather say vile things than be vile. So good luck with it.
So you
vile
did say
heads.
some vile things.
There's actually no difference between
I don't know. You're all fucking
vile people
cunts.
say vile things.
I wish you'd all
That's the
fucking
definition.
die.
There you go.
Oh
By the
my.
way, for those who are confused, that's
Well-
not a threat. That is a wish.
Hang on, Merle. You're having a bit of a hard time. I get it, mate. It's not easy to go through what you're going through. Maybe you just need to sit back for a bit.
Go on.
This isn't good for you, mate.
Yeah, there's no need to bring up people's families, guys. Come on.
He brought it up.
Shut up,
No one
Globus.
did.
Silly twat.
Why should I shut up? That's fucking.
Because you're a total
What are you on about?
twat, that's why.
Yeah.
Mel's
Oh,
the only
that's
one
a
who's
great
bringing
reason.
up his mum. And keep
There's no need to bring up people's mothers, guys. That's
It's clearly
fuck off.
stressing him. Shut up,
But nobody
Globus.
did.
I'm not going to shut up.
Nobody
Fuck
did
you,
go
Warren,
with
you
us.
faggot. Fuck. I'm going to say what I want, cocksucker.
Shut up, Globus.
Oh, fuck you, faggot. You old fuck. Go fucking suck
There you
it.
go. Childish again.
You're triggered, mate.
But
Yeah,
Amy, you
fuck
can
you.
see how these things develop pretty quickly because it brings out the worst in humans. This very argument, right? I mean, what's your take on what's happening?
Well,
Amy?
both sides, yes, did it, but they're responsible for themselves.
Well, I'm just saying, look how quickly these things develop.
Yes, they do.
And you let them.
It only happens on the internet too.
Oh, yeah, you're back, Merle.
That. I've experienced some
No.
stuff outside the internet.
Yeah.
No, it only happens on the internet. They wouldn't get away with it in real life.
I'm not.
Not with someone like
not
me.
so sure about that.
Oh, Merle.
I'd
Oh,
fucking headbutt any one of you who's spoken to me like you have. I'd headbutt your teeth down your own throats,
Then you go to jail.
and I'd enjoy it. Watching
Then you
you
go to
choke
jail.
on your own blood.
It's funny,
You
isn't
go
it?
down.
Merle spends most of his time trying to pretend to be this happy hippie. And in actual fact, he's a violent psychopath.
Yes.
Yeah, because ouch.
Threatening people on the other side of the world via the internet. Yeah, well done, mate.
Yep.
All of
And you-
5'1".
He built like
Yep.
PB.
And
Well,
none
under
of you
peace
would
and love,
fucking
Merle.
come at me. None of you would come at me.
I would quite happily call you a twat. To your
Only in
face.
here. Only in here. That's why I know you're all pussies.
I'm
You know
not
what?
coming to Merle, right all the way over to
Where
you.
you
You
living
honestly
down in
think
Cooley?
that I would not call you a dumbass in real life. Come on, man.
I'd just shoot you, or get Lewis to shoot you, maybe.
Oh,
Something like
Yeah,
that.
I just got an AR-15. I'd probably
Yeah,
shoot you too. I wouldn't fight.
I wouldn't,
Anybody
I wouldn't
would
bother.
fucking
I wouldn't
hold
bother.
a gun.
I wouldn't try and fight you. I'd just, make sure I was at a distance where you couldn't hurt me, and then I'd,
Safe distance.
and then I'd shoot you, and then.
Does anyone want me to deliver Merle a care package for anyone?
Ah, tell, good man. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
How good a shot are you?
Get him
Tim,
a
couldn't you
chance.
just do like a tranquilizer dart?
And there
So when
won't be
you
any.
shoot someone with a bullet.
There won't be any legal repercussions because we can just say we were testing Coriolis.
Yeah.
It was like a collaboration with Merle.
Oh, dear.
We didn't expect to hit him. The Coriolis effect should have made
Yeah.
the bullet deflect. It just happened to not be there.
I aimed to your left. Sorry.
Yeah, we told him where to stand, but he just doesn't accept there is Coriolis, so he wouldn't listen.
We thought we were in the southern hemisphere, but we actually are in the northern hemisphere, so we really misjudged this. We thought it would curve one way, but then it went the other.
You headbutt the bullet mill.
That's Merle with the wrapper. Did
Yeah.
you just eat a hamburger, Merle?
You fat fuck.
No, I just ate Fairy's shit.
Oh,
Oh, well, now
Why
you
would
can
you
tell
do
us.
that?
Now you
So-
can tell us how it smells. Can't you?
I knew. You were too quick, Jim. I was going to do that joke.
Too
So I know
much.
that was a subject of great interest just a few minutes ago. So.
Yeah, it was. So bizarre.
Well, I'm gathering that your shit don't stink.
Well,
Oh, God. Now we've got Jazza.
Oh, dear.
Oh, fucking
There
hell.
goes the
Here come the
neighbourhood.
drunk cunts.
Guys, I
There's
got banned from
Jazza. I
24/7
wondered
and
where
I don't-
Jazza disappeared to. I scared him off the other day.
I got banned from 24/7. I don't know how I'm going to cope, guys.
You got banned?
Join the
Yeah,
club.
I wouldn't even do anything on the server. I was just there, and now I'm not, and I'm really broken up about it.
Yeah, we could tell.
Thank you for being my voice.
They banned you. Really?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'm gone. I don't know what happened.
Did you speak?
Like it. No, I didn't. I didn't hop. Wasn't in VC. I didn't talk in text or anything. I was just on the server, and now I'm not. I think I talked to some other flat earther on a different server, and they got mad and banned me from 24/7. It's their safe space.
Yep.
Cool story. No one gave a shit?
Well, at least my
I just
fucking
actually
avatar
gave a
is
shit
a
because
stupid
I
fucking G.
Nah,
You dumb
nah.
bitch.
Let's be honest.
You dumb
Nobody
bitch.
cared. Nobody
You dumb
cared.
bitch.
Nobody could care less.
I
about
actually
your
gave a shit
story about
because I drank too
24/7.
much coffee. My stomach got
Your
okay. Oh, that's
your avatar
hilarious.
is just the letter G. So you're.
Well,
you got me. My
Snack, what,
avatar. You got
Snack,
me.
what would you have?
Your argument's valid.
Snack, what would you
Yeah,
have
you got me
said
good.
if you had the opportunity to speak at 24/7? What would you have said there?
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
say everyone should be vaccinated.
No,
the
no.
Earth
In
as
terms
well.
of the globe, what would you have said about that?
The gulo. What is that?
The globe.
The galoo.
Yes, the ball that we live on. What
No
would you
one,
have said
no one
about
can
it?
understand your accent, Kimo. You need to sit down and go.
Did
on.
you just say yes, the ball that we live on, Chemo? I think
Yes.
you did.
What would you have said about the
Yeah.
ball that was?
Well,
I
welcome,
would
welcome
say,
back. I'm glad you accept that to be true.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out,
I
aren't
would
we?
say seismic shadows
Desperate.
demonstrates the Earth as a globe.
Remember,
Well,
I'm
you
always.
you said we live on one. I'm happy to go with what you say. on
Yes,
this,
yes.
Chemo.
We can always beg the
that's it.
question.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Only few of us beg the question. Riley's another one, but again, yes, we're on a ball, spinning, flying through space. What is the evidence for this? Is what we're looking for.
Well, for the shape of the Earth, seismic shadows is my favorite.
No. How's that
Hey.
going to measure the Earth? How's that going to prove the Earth is curving?
Because that's how seismic shadows work. They only work because there's a liquid outer core and a solid inner core, and this is not something that can happen. Shit. Hope everybody's okay. I don't know if you guys heard that. I'm stuck in traffic. There's a car crash. But anyway,
Cool story.
seismic
No
shadow
one cares.
zones. You're gonna be nice to me before today's over with.
Yeah, right.
Why would you go straight to that as globe proof? We're
Lunacy.
talking to people who think the Earth is flat.
Because
you think they're going to
seismic- the
understand this
reason-
shadow shit?
Okay, the reason why I like seismic shadows is because it's an observable, measurable, predictable phenomenon that happens every single time there's an earthquake. And it can only happen because it's liquid outer core and a solid inner core. Now you can talk about like, oh, well, mountains, they've cut off and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, oh, it's refraction. But one thing they can't dispute is that these seismic shadow zones do exist.
I don't
Show
understand.
pictures and videos? Seriously, that's
This
a
is one of
lot
those
simpler,
things
isn't
where
it?
where you say you don't understand. Yes, I don't understand how this proves the surface is curving.
Okay.
Mhm.
Again,
Mhm.
the Earth being a sphere.
No. We're
as
trying to
a-
figure out if it is a sphere first.
Okay, hang on. Well, the reason why we have these seismic shadow zones every single time, every time there's an earthquake,
Yeah.
is because there's a solid inner core and a liquid outer core, which can only exist on a spherical Earth. Definitely couldn't exist on a flat Earth. There's no core to the flat Earth. There'd be no center of gravity to generate this liquid outer core, solid inner core. The pressure wouldn't be there. There'd be no reason for this to happen. It only makes sense when you map it out on a spherical Earth It makes no sense. Somebody once mapped it out and showed how it's all. If the Earth were flat using the Gleason projection, it would be scattered all over the place, right?
Is this a joke?
But on the spherical Earth, there's a ring. There's always a ring around the spherical Earth where you cannot. Well, you can just barely detect seismic shadows whenever there's seismic waves whenever there's an earthquake. We call that the seismic shadow zone. It is one property. I found a good web page. I'll send it to you whenever I get to the office of where it goes into not just seismic shadow zones, but how just seismology in general demonstrates that the Earth is round. We can observe the topology of the inner Earth using seismic waves.
I concur.
Okay. So do you have a measurement of curvature?
I'm again. This is an indirect observation. I don't have a direct measurement because I don't think that's very valid. I don't think just look, it looks curved or it looks flat because light bends.
I agree.
I'm not interested in that.
Do you have a direct? Do you have a direct measurement?
Again, no, I don't need a direct measurement. So you know how you can see a baby in a woman's womb using ultrasound, right?
Yeah, but you can't see what's inside the baby.
Actually,
okay. You could. Yes, you could. That's called X-rays. These are all just different types of waves.
What, inside the stomach?
Yes, you could X-ray a baby in the mother's womb. Yes. No,
yeah,
you
they
couldn't.
can literally
great.
operate.
That's good news. So let's
on a
see
baby
it.
inside
That's
the womb.
Good news.
How else
Can you show me an X-ray of the Earth?
Okay, again.
Sort of.
Yes. There are waves. These are not waves like X-rays.
Right, what's the website? I'll
but
Google
it's the same,
it. All right,
what's the principle?
What's the website?
Just how you can look inside. Hang on, wait. Just how you can look inside of a woman's womb using ultrasound, which is a wave. You can also do with the Earth.
No, I know
using
that. Yeah.
Waves,
I know.
much more powerful waves, seismic waves.
But what do they put on the Earth? Show me the device.
Okay, I'll show you how they do it when I get to the office. I found a really, really cool webpage that it's college level, so I might have to find one with like coloring pages and things for you, but everybody else I think will appreciate it.
Yeah. So what else? So what are the other ways then? If
videos, photos.
What are the other ways that we can demonstrate we're on a globe?
Did you not?
Measurements.
Have you got me turned down, Chemo?
I haven't, but I'm asking Snack, what are the other ways he can demonstrate?
Do we have to ask Snack? He's just monologue for 10 minutes about seismic shadows that no one's going to understand.
Yeah, but there must be other ways that we know we're on a globe, other than...
Videos, photos. That's it.
You don't understand reality,
Snack, you have a video of the Earth.
You think you live on the flat Earth.
We can go to lunch now. Guess
We've been
what?
saying that you've got a video of the Earth, Snack. Is that true?
No, there are people that have videos of the Earth. They're like, for example, missing like mountains and things. Whenever you move far enough, the mountains become cut off at the bottom. Ships disappearing, bottom up over the horizon. The sun setting. These are all evidences that we.
Can you stop scattergunning? You're scattergunning. So, which one do you want to go?
For the different types of information.
Yeah. What other? So let's look at one of them. For example, the horizon.
Did I ever say the word?
Say the horizon. Horizon wasn't even
You said
one
ships.
of his
You said ships disappear, right?
Okay, yes, the ships disappearing over the horizon. Yes,
That's
but I
what
didn't
you
say
said.
The horizon is evidence. No, I didn't say horizon. There being horizon. Now that is actually what I would argue.
Did you not say ships? What did you say about ships?
Ships.
No, he was talking about shit again.
No,
he
he
was
said
talking about
ships.
shit again, Chemo.
No, he said ships disappear something.
No,
yeah,
he said
over the
shit
horizon.
disappears.
No, he said ship, and horizon or something like that.
Yes,
Disappear.
I did not say the horizon itself is
What did you
evidence.
say then? Ships disappear.
I said
what?
shit. Oh, for fuck's sake! How many times do you want me to say it? Listen.
Go on, then.
Ships
Relax.
disappear over the horizon.
Ah, he did say horizon.
Yes, but I did not say horizon is evidence of the globe.
Yeah, but you brought up horizon.
I brought up shit.
Oh, okay,
For
Chemo.
fuck's
Have
sake.
your Horizon argument
You
then.
see,
Go on.
Queen tried to listen. He brought up Horizon. You see.
Yeah, I thought you were just deflecting to Horizon because I know that's currently your
I listen
favourite
very,
argument.
I listen
You're
very
such a fucking
keenly.
coward, man. You're such a piece of shit fucking coward.
Well, look, this is what flat
That's
earthers
me.
do. We have to focus on the most
You
important
have to be a
points.
piece of shit coward by virtue of that's something I agree with. Flat earthers are all piece of shit cowards.
Now he is saying shit.
Well, that's not an argument, is it?
No, but I mean, again, he's kind of right because, like lawyers, they're not seen as very favourable when they're pressing, interrogating. So they're not everyone's favourite cup of tea snack. But we have to ask these questions.
Yeah, do you think flat earthers are seen?
Okay. So if you're saying
argument
if you're saying ships disappear over the horizon, for example, we have to press that question. You see?
Are you saying they don't?
No,
The argument is how are two flat earth dumb fucking cunts in
Snack,
charge
what
of this
you
channel
have
that-
here with the ships is they go beyond an apparent obstruction. Apparent. It's not a physical one. You understand?
It's due to a physical.
Is that clear?
How do you know it's not a physical one? How do you know that it's not a physical one?
Because
physical.
the reason how we know, Snack, is because we can't draw a tangent to the horizon. Yes?
That doesn't mean it's not physical. That doesn't mean that.
Yes.
That's what the horizon is.
I think
you fucking
you can draw a
idiot.
tangent. I'm not an expert on that, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But I do think that you can't demonstrate it's not physical. That's an absurd claim.
Well, that's what the Black Swan entails.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not.
It
It
de-
absolutely fucking is not.
It
You
detail-
misunderstand the Black Swan, just like the person who created misunderstood the apparent and geometric horizon.
It details how there can be an appear to be a physical obstruction, and then on another time, another day, that
Yes,
obstruction.
it's refraction. That does not mean that there is no physical obstruction ever.
Well, what is refracting when you say refraction?
Light. Of course, we're talking about light. Don't be stupid.
No, what's the order though of the lights refracting? From where to where?
Order? What the fuck are you talking about?
So from which point to which point are they refracting?
All light refracts. How much it refracts depends on weather conditions.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what's the order of this refract? Is it refracting towards me or away from me?
It depends on the situation.
With the black
Usually-
swan, what's happening with the
So
black
with the
swan?
black swan, things behind the horizon are being lifted up into view.
So it's refracting forward towards me.
I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that that's a technical.
Is it
I
coming
don't think that's
closer to me or further away from me?
It's not that it's closer or further. It's you're seeing more than you would otherwise.
So does it appear closer or further?
It's not magnification, you dumb fuck. It's refraction.
So is it in its original position?
Yes. It has not moved physically.
No, but it's being refracted, as you said.
It's being lifted up.
Yes. So is that forward or back?
Neither is up, forward, or back, Chemo.
So it's not looming forward, just looming
I
up.
don't know what the fuck you mean. Forward, if it's appearing closer to you, that would mean it's being magnified. I don't know if it's being magnified
It
or
doesn't
not.
have to be magnified, does it?
Yes, that's what the word magnification means.
No, if it's being moved forward.
It's not being moved. It's still in the same fucking spot, Chemo. I don't understand this line of questioning. I think maybe you're too stupid to have a conversation with at this point.
So we're talking about the apparent,
Catching on.
the apparent position, yeah, not the actual position.
Yes, just because there's an apparent position does not mean there also is not a physical, horizon. Just because there's an apparent horizon does not mean there's not also a geometric horizon.
You
These
do have
things
to
are not
realize
mutually
that
exclusive.
Chemo is a little.
Where would that
confused. When he looks in the
geometric
mirror,
horizon?
he doesn't know that there's a physical Chemo.
Where would that geometric horizon be?
I'm
I
getting
don't know.
dizzy.
It depends on elevation and things like that. I don't know the math. I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, but I'm saying, where's anyone located the geometric horizon ever?
It's a mathematical principle.
Yeah, but in the real world, where has that horizon been
Yeah,
located?
Chemo knows all
On
this,
a
Snack,
map,
right?
Chemo.
I'm a bit concerned. Snack might have a heart attack before he even gets to the office.
So in the
Nah,
real,
I'm alright.
in the real
Boiling.
world, in the
Nah,
real
my blood
world,
pressure's always really
in
low.
the real world, if you're whatever height, 1 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, you're
Who's
saying
1 foot? That's pretty short.
Well, you can put
The child?
You can put the camera down there, Queen.
Oh, sorry.
At 1
Okay.
foot.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry.
Around
I'll help
guys
you
not
out.
here.
So, you've got this 1 foot observer, 6 foot, whatever the height, Snack. Are you saying someone has located that physical geometric horizon?
No,
before?
it's not something you have to be there to locate. It's a mathematical principle. You can do the math.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do the math.
I hear what you're saying,
Yeah,
but we're
do the math.
talking about the real world obstruction.
Okay, well, if you're talking about obstruction, then you're talking about something else. I don't. The observed obstruction may very well differ from the geometric horizon. That's not my concern.
The obstruction.
Again, you're not showing. You have to show they're mutually exclusive, and you haven't. You failed to meet your burden of proof. Go back to the drawing board.
So you're saying that when something is obstructed, that's not the geometric horizon.
It may or may not be. Could be something else.
Yeah. So it may or may not be. When we see things obstructed, it may or may not be the geometric horizon. Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Kimo, hang on, just really quickly. What is the horizon?
So how would we ever know then where that geometric horizon is, Snack?
Math.
No, in the real world.
Okay, the geometric horizons don't exist in the real world. They are mathematical concepts.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
That's why they're called geometric.
Welcome to Flat Earth. Snack.
Geometric is geometry.
It's not a math. It's not a concept. It's there.
No,
The
it's a
problem is
concept,
it doesn't
Sean.
account- I'm talking, Chemo. I'm talking.
Yes, but
It doesn't account. I'm talking. It doesn't account for atmospheric conditions. So therefore, you have to take those into account.
So, Snack.
Don't you? Right? Yes.
Look, we're having a
Answer's yes,
discussion
Chemo.
In
here.
the sense that it is something that does exist, yes.
We're having a discussion
geometric
here, and we've
horizon
understood that
is the place that exists.
the obstruction
But what I'm
may or
saying
may
is-
not be the physical horizon.
Yes, you're not. Whenever you're looking at the horizon,
Mhm.
that doesn't mean you're
Horizon's
looking at the
not physical.
geometric horizon.
I know,
That's all I'm
Snack.
saying.
Good
In
man.
the sense that it is a concept, in the sense that it is something that is derived through mathematics and
Oh,
not
I know
through
that. Yeah,
observation.
I know that. I'm
Yes.
not
So
arguing
you're
that.
saying, okay, well, I just want to be clear what I'm talking about when I say it is a concept. Not that it isn't like a place, but that it is derived mathematically.
Yeah, that's understood. But
Okay, well, I gotta go into the office. Y'all take it easy.
take care. Take care.
Oh, thank God.
It's not chemo, though, is it?
So again, I mean, that's part of the problem, guys. You see how he's freaking out over the horizon because he needs it to be physical. He needs to.
Oh, that was an effort.
What makes up the horizon, Chemo, is physical, but the horizon itself is optical.
What the fuck you want?
Actually, it's not.
So
You don't see the horizon?
and the body of water and the sky aren't physical.
No,
Those are physical places.
The water that creates the horizon is not physical. No.
The water. Wow.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
Water's
you're
not
looking-
physical.
You're looking
Wow.
I thought
at
the horizon was mainly a demarcation line.
How about this,
between
Chemo? How about we rewind?
Sorry.
How about we go back in the future, 15 seconds, and you change that statement? Because physical water not physical.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of just you're making yourself look dumb.
Why?
He doesn't care. He
To
does
everything
not
else you do.
How's that?
So the water is not physical.
No. The obstruction that you're seeing of water
No.
is not
Okay.
physical.
Is water physical?
Water is physical. Yeah.
Is the sky and what makes up the sky physical?
What is the sky? What is
Clouds.
Clouds? Yeah, you can say they're physical.
Okay. That is what makes up the horizon. Two physical areas, locations that make up a horizon.
No. What you're looking at. Let me get you the
okay, no.
definition of mirage. So
No. How about the definition for horizon?
yeah, it's where it appears to meet. Appears,
Uh-huh.
not actually.
Meet what? What appears to meet?
Where the ground and the sky appear to meet.
And when they say appear,
Mhm.
it's because of the obvious that the sky and the water do not actually meet with each other, correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so that's why it's an apparent. That's why the horizon is not physical. What makes up the horizon is physical.
No. The obstruction is just a mirage.
No, depends on the conditions.
No, every
the
obstruction.
Okay, so here's the best part. There are
it's a
times
wave
where
or
there are
tide.
times where, well, if you watch the video I shared earlier, you'll realize that waves and swells don't account for 80 feet. And you ready for this one? When you say that they're not physical and what makes up of it isn't physical, it's complete crap. The apparent horizon is the apparent horizon due to the fact that the sky and the water do not actually meet. And we all know that. But because of that, when things are obstructed and you say miraging does it, yes, there are times miraging can easily obstruct 20 feet in certain situations. Here's the problem. In that same situation, it doesn't account for the extra 60 feet that is also being obstructed. Because when it does mirage, it doesn't mirage. We don't see miraging of the whole thing in a lot of these observations that we're showing you. So I've even asked this before. How do you account for the rest that's obstructed?
All the obstruction is of non-physical nature. And
okay, you keep saying a non-physical. Even in a mirage, things are obstructed due to a physical body of water, and that is also that's what's being miraged. You understand that a mirage isn't something that's not there; it's there. The problem is it's not where it's located. And we have these clear conditions that a lot of people show, and then a lot of people avoid showing. Makes it very clear that miraging isn't a factor for obstruction in a lot of these observations. I can show you a video right now of the observation that me and Travis made. There is no miraging happening, yet there's 80 feet of ship missing.
Okay, so at the horizon, what makes up the horizon, that water, is not physical. How do we know that? We know that because of the black swan. We have physical obstruction on one day, or it appears to be physical obstruction, and that physical obstruction has now subsided and moved behind physical platforms possible.
Okay, in the black swan, you understand that the
miraging of that horizon is given the illusion
KIMO.
of obstruction.
Yeah.
But if you were to try to go out there and draw a tangent to that point, you would fail because you cannot draw a tangent to something that's not physical.
Okay, and in the mirage, you wouldn't be drawing a tangent to it because it would be way above whatever you're trying to draw that tangent to. Now, you understand the black swan.
The horizon, any horizon in the world is a mirage. Because if you try to draw a tangent to that horizon,
that's not true.
You wouldn't be able to draw one.
You understand that in the black swan, that first oil platform has 20 feet obstructed, which means the horizon is actually in front of the first platform. You understand that, right?
The horizon is unknown.
No, it's known because we can see that the first platform is missing 20 feet.
Yeah, but nobody knows where the actual horizon is in the black swan.
No. We know that the horizon is in front of the first platform.
What, the apparent horizon or the physical horizon?
The apparent horizon.
Oh, let me get the image.
And again.
So where is the horizon in this image?
What makes up of the horizon is physical.
Where is the horizon in this image?
In front of that first platform on both pictures.
In front of the platform.
The first platform, yes.
In front of the first platform. The largest platform.
Yep.
The first one, KIMO, fuck's sake.
So what's
both those that platform, the first platform is missing platform. You don't see all of it.
What don't you see of it? What's missing?
The rest of the legs and the actual the water where the legs and the water actually meet. You're not seeing that even in the top picture and in the bottom picture.
So you're saying that there is obstruction in front of that large platform. Platform
Yes.
C. Platform C. Yeah?
Yep.
That's the horizon.
Yeah.
Yep, it's in front of it. Yep.
So from
That
from,
what you
from
see
the-
where you
uh-huh.
see the platform in the bottom picture, where you see the platform
Platform
and the
C,
water
yeah.
meet.
Platform C 6 miles away. You're saying that is obstructed, yeah?
The lower picture, that is the apparent horizon. And if you look in the top picture,
I'm asking
where
about
the water,
platform C.
I know, and in the top picture,
So is
our apparent
platform C
horizon is where
obstructed,
the
or you
dark
changing
water
your
ends.
mind?
No, it's obstructed. I've said that from the beginning. You're not going
Platform
to be able to
C
switch
is
that around.
obstructed, yeah?
The front platform, to be
Is-
very specific,
Platform C is obstructed,
missing.
yeah? By Earth curve, yeah?
KIMO, Sean just said that the first fucking platform is obstructed.
By
How-
Earth curve.
Jesus fucking Christ.
by a body of water.
I don't care about that. Is it obstructed
do.
by... No, I don't. Is it obstructed by Earth curve or not?
It's obstructed by a physical body of water due to
So
Earth curve.
what? Is it obstructed by Earth curve?
It is obstructed by a physical body of water due
Right,
to
you're
Earth
a clown,
curve.
Sean. Is it obstructed
Am
by
I a clown
Earth
or am I
curve
saying
or
it
not?
correctly?
I'm not interested in a body of
KIMO,
water.
You asked.
I'm
KIMO,
interested
you
in
asked me a
Earth
question.
curve.
You asked me a question.
We're talking
Do
about the
you want to
horizon.
answer for me?
If that's the horizon with obstruction, then the Earth should be dropping away from that point.
From the observer's feet, it starts dropping.
Yeah. So how comes then we can see beyond the platform?
Miraging.
What's the mirage?
In which picture?
One I've just posted.
I can tell you right now, the picture Terry just or we'll use yours. The bottom picture, the apparent horizon is before the first platform, and we see as far as we can see on a clear day without miraging. On the top picture, you are seeing a lot of mirage. You're seeing mirage because you can see more. For one, the second platform looks like it's floating, and it's all distorted.
I'm not interested in your opinion either.
I know you're not interested in my opinion because all you're interested in is what you think.
No,
the problem
I want
is
you
you're incorrect.
Stick to your
you're
points.
incorrect. You are incorrect in your explanation,
This is just
and
nonsense.
I am correct in it. I know it gets frustrating when no one wants to go
No,
to
you're
your
just
way.
talking
You
nonsense.
want to argue it.
You're just waffling on,
I'm
saying
not.
nothing.
No, I'm explaining
All right, say
very
something,
clearly.
then. Try again.
No, you try again because everything I've said has been correct.
Okay, so where's the physical horizon in this image?
The body of water is a physical body due to curvature.
I said
You
horizon.
want to keep doing this?
I said horizon.
Yeah, I know. You keep saying the physical horizon, and no one's gonna. I'm not gonna bite on that stupid.
But there
ass
is
thing.
no physical horizon.
I'm gonna tell
in
you
this
right
image.
now. The only physical thing about the horizon is what makes up the horizon. The horizon is an optical location. We see apparent because we understand that there are atmospheric conditions.
Is there a
Now
physical
continue.
horizon in this image?
A physical body of water, physical
I
sky,
didn't ask that. I asked
optical
about
horizon.
horizon. You got hearing
The
problems.
horizon is not physical.
You have hearing issues.
What makes up the horizon is physical.
You have hearing issues. Are the words going over your head? Horizon, is
we
the
can do this
horizon
again.
there physical, geometrical?
No,
Where is the geometric horizon in this image?
on a map.
No, in this image.
No, we don't. In an observation, you do not observe the geometric horizon.
You don't see the geometric horizon in this image.
No, you see the apparent.
Why?
Why? Because
Which
there are
image shows the
atmospheric
geometric
conditions
horizon?
on a map.
Show me. Let's have a look.
You got a map?
No.
Okay, how about this? We'll do the math. So in your picture, the geometric horizon, what should obstruct what? Off the top of my head. 18, 19 foot. Yeah, about 18, 19 foot. But when we make this observation, we may see 22 feet maybe. Due to the right above the water, that water and the air being a different temperature. So that what gives us the apparent. Any other questions?
Where's the geometric one?
On a map.
In reality.
On a map.
So it's not in reality.
We only observe the apparent.
Not a geometric one.
Nope.
So how are we measuring curvature if there's no geometric one?
Knowing how light works.
How does light work?
Do we really want to go down this path?
How does light work?
We don't know there's refraction. You don't
How does
understand
light
that?
work?
It hits our eyes, so it drops down to our eyes, or actually goes up to our eyes. I'm sorry.
How do you know this?
Down. Because we've talked about this 35 times.
Talked about it.
Me and you have had this same conversation 35 times.
So you know how light works because we've talked about it.
Yep.
Well, how did you discover that?
I didn't discover it.
Who did? Who figured out how light works?
Newton
Figured out how light works. How?
Yeah, a long time ago.
How?
Experiments and tests.
What experiment?
I don't know off the top of my head.
What are you talking about?
Newton's accomplishments.
What was the experiment?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I think the limitation of the questions is being exceeded by somebody.
So if you don't know how the experiment was done, how do we know how light works?
Because it's been explained.
How light works?
There should be a limit on your questions.
It's been explained and it's been demonstrated.
What was the demonstration?
Thank you. Yeah, and demonstrated.
What
Yeah.
was the demonstration?
More questions. More questions.
What was the demonstration?
I don't know
Sean?
off the top. I don't know off the top of my head.
Don't know what the demonstration was.
Off the top of my head, no.
Well, go and get it. Research it.
No. We're having the conversation now.
Yeah, but we can't go any forward unless you know how light works.
No, we do.
How?
The switch and the light comes on.
But KIMO, you don't know how anything fucking works, so I don't know what the
Who
fuck your
switches
question
the light
is.
on, Sean, outside for us in nature?
That's a good point, actually. Why should he do research on this topic when you haven't done any research?
Well, hold on. Sean says that they switch a light on.
Whoa. Was
That's
someone
how
just
light
backing up
works.
Jezza
I didn't say
Condon?
that.
Did someone just back up Jezza?
You just said, Sean, that light. You switch the light on, and that's how
I
it works.
missed that one.
No, I didn't. That Terry said
So
that. I
who's
didn't say
switching the
that.
light on outside?
I didn't say that, Kimo.
Yeah, keep
That
it.
was-
He didn't
that
say
wasn't
that.
me.
Sean didn't say that.
Yeah,
The
that
wall's
wasn't
gone
me.
to pot.
How does light work then, Sean?
How does it work, KIMO?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I have no idea.
Okay, so if you don't know how it works,
You turn the
does
switch
it
and the light
make
comes
sense
on.
for me to explain to how refraction works?
Just demonstrate it, yeah.
Oh,
Well, how can you demonstrate if you don't know how it
hits your
fucking
eye.
works?
But Sean does, so he can demonstrate it.
Yeah, go outside. The
And
sun will
switch.
hit your eyes. That's how light works.
Sun hits my eyes. That's how it works.
Yeah.
By hitting my eyes.
Well, see, the thing is you've already said you don't know how light works. So would it make any sense for anyone to get into the details of how it works with you? Don't
Yeah,
you need to
so
go
we
on
can
the
learn
basics?
how light works.
But we know how light works.
I know.
You
That's
need
why I'm
to-
asking you to tell me how it works.
So how? Okay, how
KIMO,
about this?
you're a
Since you
shit hot
said-
researcher. You should already
since-
know
yeah,
this.
Since you said you don't know how light works,
But you
how
do.
about you go research it and then we can have this conversation?
Because you know
Yeah, but
how
if you
it
don't,
works.
yeah, but I'm not a teacher, and if you don't, then this is a pointless conversation.
So why are you having this
You need to
conversation
go.
then?
You're right. You need to go research.
It's not my
Kimo, and
claim.
then
I
come
didn't
back.
claim that light was the cause of all of this.
No, you're right. You didn't. But you said you don't know how light works, so you
Yeah.
can't speak on light. So go
I'm not
research it
speaking
so
on
we can
light.
have that conversation.
I'm speaking on a physical measurement. You're saying you can measure to this light. How?
Did I? I never said that. What are
Yeah,
you
you
talking
said there's a
about?
geometric horizon.
No.
A
You just
physical
brought up
measurement,
light.
KIMO.
You just brought up light. I didn't. What are you talking about, man? Keep on topic. We were talking about the horizon. You were trying to get me to say it was a physical thing, and I kept trying to tell you it's not physical, but what makes it up is physical. And I told you that's why it's the apparent. You brought up light. So if you don't know anything about light, why would you bring it up without researching it first?
Because we're talking about things disappearing beyond the horizon.
Yes.
So is that a physical obstruction?
So
Yes.
do some research, asshole.
So how do you measure something that's not physical?
Sorry.
You've just said it's apparent.
No, I said it's. Wait, when did I say it wasn't physical? The body of water and the sky aren't physical. When did I say that?
The horizon's not physical.
It's optical, but it's made up of physical. So if something's obstructed by a physical body of water, that's physical body of water. You're the one who said water isn't physical.
Yeah, but if the boat disappears physically at 1 mile, but then disappears physically at 10 miles, where's the curve between those two horizons?
Starting at your feet.
No, between those two horizons.
It doesn't start between. It starts at the feet, at the observer's feet.
So if I've got two horizons, if I'm in the middle of the ocean, and then one ship disappears bottom first at 1 mile, and then I turn around, and then the other one disappears at 10 miles, which one is the horizon?
If you turn around, both. You said turn around, so I'm assuming both different directions.
I'm in the middle of the ocean, and I'm looking 1 foot out, and the ship will disappear at 1 mile one way, 10 miles to the east, 20 miles to the west, 50 miles to the south, and 1 mile to the north.
All around you. Your horizon.
Yeah, different distances.
It's like a circle. Yeah.
Sean,
but different amounts of a circle.
Yeah, so I'm saying which horizon is the one where the ship is going down?
From
Sean,
from that observer.
What?
You shouldn't have to explain shit to people like
Well,
this.
if you're looking in the ocean, it's one horizon actually. If you're turning around.
No.
Well, that's
Sean,
also why I'm
in the middle of the ocean.
Very blanket answers.
I'm in the middle of the ocean, and
dude,
the horizon,
this.
the horizon
This is
to
now
the
the
north.
fourth time you're saying this, KIMO.
So which
This
one
is the
do I
fourth
measure
time.
to then? Which one should I draw the tangent to?
The same horizon, KIMO.
Yeah, take your pick. Pick a direction.
Which one?
And go for it. Go for the north. Fuck it.
Why? What's wrong with the one behind me?
Because I don't like the south.
How can we take measurements then if we can't get an accurate measurement?
You can. You
How?
just
Which one?
gave it. You just showed exactly how an accurate measure is made. They look north, they look south, they look east, they look west, and they measure it.
Yeah, but you can't measure. I'm trying to explain to you. One looks 50
can't?
miles away, but we can't know because we can't measure to it.
Oh.
One looks
okay,
10
this is what
miles
you do.
away.
This is what you do. You go like this, KIMO. You go, hey, ship. How far out are you from the coast? And they go, we're 13 miles, boss. And then he goes, okay, well, I know I'm 6 miles off the coast. So now I know the distance. Where are you guys located on your GPS? Give me your latitude and longitude. Oh, okay, well, here's mine. Okay, oh, shit. Now we got distances.
Yeah, but which one's the horizon where the Earth is curving?
All of them. Every direction.
So the Earth is a funny shape then?
Yeah, kind of.
But
It's definitely not like a ball.
It's not a globe then?
It's not a perfect sphere, but it's a spheroid-based object.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very... We've said this before, KIMO.
Yeah.
How can that... how does
and
that...
if you logically think about it, KIMO, if the Earth is a sphere, it would logically make that it wouldn't be perfect due to the amount of hills, valleys, oceans, and mountains exist. So
hold on, let me just clear this up and get this right. So you're saying, Sean, I'm in the middle of the ocean, okay?
Yep.
I look north, the horizon is 100 miles away. I look south, the horizon
KIMO, you're changing. Wait, KIMO, you're changing your story now. Because before, you were saying the ships were the different distances. Now you're trying to say the horizons are different distances, and that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, that's how we know how far the horizon is, because of the objects in the water.
No. Those are just really
How
good
do we know how
reference
far the
points.
horizon is then?
Well, we can use math and then account for atmospheric conditions and then calculate that.
Well, go on then, show me a horizon that's been calculated where we know the actual horizon is.
Black Swan.
That's different horizons, different distances.
No, it's not.
What's the distance to the horizon then?
For the Black Swan?
Mm-hmm.
About 3.5 miles. 3 miles.
About 3.5 miles, 3 miles for the 1 foot observer.
No. Black Swan wasn't a 1 foot observer, first of all. He was actually about 5 to 6 feet up, and he was standing at the base of the stairs and not the shoreline. How do I know? Because I've been there numerous times.
What were we looking at when he puts the camera on the floor?
When he puts the camera on the floor, what you're looking at is probably about 2 miles. Mile and a half. And you don't see a lot. And the other problem is that he very clearly in the Black Swan original video
Says
says
it's
what you're
observation
seeing
height
is
1
not
foot.
the average. What you always see. It happens rarely.
You don't believe that
Go ahead.
you don't believe the observer was 1 foot.
No.
Okay.
Not in the with all the screenshots you guys keep showing. None of those were at his 1 foot observer height. And also, the picture you keep sharing, KIMO, isn't even from Black Swan.
What's it from?
Just so you know, it's from another observer taking that image.
Not from
someone
the Black,
else.
Not
It's
from the
not
Black,
from the Black Swan. It's not a screenshot from the Black Swan.
Not from the Black Swan.
It's not even. It's not even at the same angle. It's at a different angle. It's further up the beach.
Okay. So, if you're a 1 foot observer in the middle of the water, where is your horizon going to be?
About 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
Okay, so if you turn around and it's 100 miles away.
Nope, never happens. Never.
Well, we can see 2,000 miles if you're at the
Where?
right.
Where can you see 2,000 miles? Please tell me.
I think there was.
I want to go there.
I think there was an observation. I think it was the Everest from.
That's 200 plus miles. That's not 2,000.
No, they could see Everest from 2,000 miles away.
No.
I'll have to get you the source.
Were they in a plane? Were they in an airplane?
They were in
or further from the ground?
In an airplane, yeah.
Oh, okay, KIMO, that's different, man.
Well, how far can you see from an airplane?
Yeah. What's your height?
You're saying
What's the elevation?
From an airplane, I can see. Well, in fact, they saw 2,800 miles.
Wait. Can I ask a quick question, KIMO? How do you go from sitting in the middle of the ocean and say that they could see 2,000 miles and it be from a plane? I thought we were talking about the horizon on the ocean. Which one? You got to pick one, dude.
What would stop them seeing 2,000 miles?
Atmosphere and curvature.
Curvature.
Well, no, wait. Let me rephrase that question. Nothing. They can look up.
No, looking straight ahead.
Oh, curvature and atmosphere conditions.
What part? Where does the curvature come into play? At what point?
Oh, Jesus. From the feet of the observer. Oh,
From the
why are
feet
we
of the
doing this again,
observer.
KIMO? You've already asked me this 4 times.
On the feet of the observer, they have obstruction.
That's where curvature starts. You asked me where curve starts.
No, I'm talking about stop seeing something.
Oh, for 1 foot?
Yeah.
We'll say 1.5 miles obstruction starts.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Where is the distance to when I can't see because of Earth curve?
From 1 foot, I just said it. About 1 mile, 2 miles. 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
So
you start seeing obstruction.
How comes we can see 10 miles?
10 miles? You can see. So what are you observing when you say 10 miles?
See the horizon beyond the platforms.
Miraging.
What's miraging?
The horizon.
Yeah, but we can still see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm wrong. I am wrong on that.
You are wrong,
The
Sean.
horizon, yeah. The horizon is not miraging. The objects beyond the horizon are miraging.
But the horizon's behind the object.
No, we've already established the horizon is in front of those platforms. Both of them.
So what's that line behind the platforms?
Which one?
Where the sky meets the water.
The second on this, the second platform or the first one?
No, where the sky meets the water.
That's called the apparent horizon.
Yeah, so we can see that 10 miles away.
No, that's miraging.
But we can see the platforms 10 miles away.
You can see part of the platform 10 miles away.
Yeah, you said we can only see a couple of miles away.
No, I didn't say that. I said that's where obstruction starts.
But we can see beyond 2-3 miles.
Yeah, when I say obstruction starts, that doesn't mean it obstructs the whole object.
So what is that line then behind the platforms?
Mirage.
So we can see a mirage 10 miles away.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the 2 original Black Swan videos.
You can see mirage in 10 miles away. Yeah, Sean, is that what you're saying?
Yes, I've said that at least 10 times.
See, now
You
you
said this.
agree.
You asked this
Now
question
you're
over and over.
agreeing. We've come full circle. The horizon is a mirage.
No.
So what
No,
horizon
wait.
are we looking at?
In that picture of the with miraging, yes.
That picture of
But
the horizon is a
but
mirage.
again,
Yeah.
but again, the apparent horizon is in front of the first platform, so we're not talking about the same horizon. Apparently,
I'm
Get
talking
it?
about where the sky meets the water.
Yep.
Yeah. You're saying the sky is in front of the platform, meeting the ground.
You mean the water? Yes.
But what's that line behind it then, Sean?
You're talking about on the top picture of Terry's, right?
No, I'm talking about this image here.
Please don't share the same one. Because if you share the same one, that just means you really don't. Okay. Thank you. Perfect.
So it's got a
Okay.
1 foot observer here, and you're saying we could only
No.
see.
That's not 1 foot observer. But continue.
Does it look
We'll,
like
we'll
1
play that
foot?
game. We'll continue. Go ahead.
So your geometric horizon is 1.22 miles away, but we have a horizon that's more than 10 miles away.
Okay. Now, your horizon, you're saying, is behind the second platform.
To put it another way, if you're
No,
1 foot,
hang on.
If you're 1 foot, where the
So you're
sky
saying-
meets the
so
ground
you're
is 1
saying-
mile away.
KIMO. So what you're saying is the horizon is behind the second platform, correct?
No, I'm asking you, where is the horizon?
Yeah. I'm asking you.
I have no idea where it is.
Okay. Well, okay. If I'm looking at this and my geometric horizon says it's a mile 1.22 miles away, then I'm going to look at, first of all, I'm going to look at what I'm looking at, and I'm going to also notice that there's a lot of distortion happening.
Okay.
A lot of distortion.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to make this observation later in the day, and I know you won't be able to see that. So when we know how refraction works and miraging works, and we have an idea of where the geometric horizon would be, we can then go into the calculations of understanding that that is miraging happening and distortion happening in the background. And again, I will tell you, the horizon is before that first platform.
You're saying the sky is in front of the platform meeting the ground.
Yes. That's why that first platform, KIMO, that's missing 20 feet. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's
I'm
still
not
missing.
arguing with
20
that.
feet.
If that's what you're saying, that's what you're saying. You're saying that's where the horizon is, although the sky is not meeting the ground there.
It is.
It is meeting the ground there.
Yes. Mhm.
In front of the platform.
Yep.
How do we see the horizon behind that one?
Miraging. Dude, 7th time. You've asked that, 7th time I've answered it.
Okay, so you see the mirage and horizon. How would we see another horizon beyond that?
Miraging.
But how would we
8th.
see through this horizon that we're looking at now?
Because that part of the horizon is sky, not a physical body of water.
Yeah, but I'm asking about the line.
But even then, in the mirage, the illusion of the body of water that is there is still obstructing something. So how are both of those missing 20 feet?
So look, I don't think you quite understand.
I think you don't quite understand.
We've got this horizon here, picture I've just posted, yeah? See that picture?
Yep.
How would we see through that horizon and then see another horizon beyond that?
Where do you see another horizon in that picture, KIMO?
Well, that's what you've just said. There's obstruction, and then another...
No, I was looking at, first of all, I was looking at your other picture, because this isn't the same picture you shared. And now that we're looking at this picture, which I think is the better picture to look at, where do you see a second horizon?
That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, perfect. So now that we're looking at a different picture, no, there's a horizon, and that is in front of the first platform.
Yeah, so in that latest picture, there's obstruction, yeah, and that's the horizon where the sky meets the water, yeah?
Yep.
But where is the other horizon behind it that you
There
said
is no other horizon. There is no other horizon.
So why is there one then in this one?
Miraging 9 times.
So that's
the
what I'm
9th
asking
time
you.
we've
So
gone
you're
through this.
saying in this image, you're saying another horizon could mirage up behind.
No.
Huh?
I'm saying it's miraging.
For goodness sakes. So you're saying we've got these two images here, right? Both obstructed the platforms, yeah? Both images
Continue.
obstruct the platforms in front of the platform, like you said, right? Understand? This is what you just said. Both platforms have obstruction in front. The horizon's in front of both, on both pictures.
Yep.
Okay. But the picture that has a horizon behind the obstruction
Is an illusion.
is an illusion. What's explain to me the illusion?
All that distortion and waviness and looming that's happening. Excuse me.
Carry on, yeah, I'm listening.
No, that's it.
What's it?
What I just said.
Did you not? Is your speaker working, Kim?
Right, I'm asking how the ground can lift up for 10 miles behind the 1.22 mile horizon.
And
Oh.
what did he say, Chemo? Maybe
Yeah,
the
I've
words
answered
coming
this.
out of your hole in your head will actually help you.
Yeah, how does that happen?
What did he
Really?
say, Chemo?
Yeah.
Go ahead and you can go back and replay the actual recording too, if you
And
need
again,
that.
Chemo,
Are you looking at
this
those
is the
two
9th
pictures?
time you've asked me this question. 9th time.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. Check out these two pictures that I'm posting.
No, you're not, Chemo, because you would just reiterate exactly what he said, which did explain it.
How do we keep the horizon on the one on top and then get another horizon behind the platforms at the same time?
What did he
Miraging.
say, Chemo?
That's the 10th time I've said it.
Say it, Chemo. What did he just say?
Miraging. So you're saying the one...
There you go, Chemo.
The image at the bottom is not the real platform.
It is not the true horizon. It is an illusion.
But the platform, is that the real platform?
Absolutely. But it's distorted and it's all just wavy. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. No, that's part of the illusion as well.
Right,
Part of the miraging.
What's the mirage?
The oil platform in the background.
Even though we know the distance to it.
Yeah, well, that's even better because we know the distance to it, and we've seen it on 99% of the other observations, it being obstructed more. Yeah, that's how we know it's a mirage.
So
Plus, there's not a straight line on that platform.
So the platform is not really there.
Where you're seeing it, no.
It's not 10 miles away.
Where you're seeing it, where it's raised, is an illusion. Its physical location remains the same.
So how does that happen with the horizon moving behind it?
The horizon doesn't move.
So how do we see the sky meet the ground behind it?
It's a illusion. It is a mirage. Now the 12th time I've said it.
So where the sky meets the ground is an illusion.
It's an optical location.
Just to clear up, you're saying where the ground meets the sky, it's an illusion.
It's an apparent location because apparently they meet, but in reality, we know the sky and the ocean do not.
So it's just a mirage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Are we looking at a mirage when we see the horizon or not?
No.
It's not a mirage, it's a real...
No. It's an apparent location.
So, the horizon at the one at the bottom here...
Jesus Christ, man. At least have some different questions. Form them differently or something.
Well, I'm trying to figure out your way of seeing the horizon.
No, you're not, because if you were trying to figure it out, we would not be on the 12th time of the same question, same answer.
So I'm asking
What
what makes
recording? It's on a loop.
what makes
Yeah, that's exactly what this is like.
I'm asking what makes one a mirage and the other physical.
The fact that it's not there. When you look at the apparent horizon, that is where the apparent horizon is in your observation. When you see an illusion, the illusion is not there. It is being brought to your eyes due to light. Now, if you want to start doing the light thing again, you've already established you don't know anything about light. So I would request that you go research how light works before we have this conversation.
I'm trying to figure out how you know it's an illusion.
Because I know.
How?
I've explained it. Nope. I'm not. I've explained it 12 times. Anyone that's listening can rewind for the past 20 minutes if you would like to hear the same questions asked over and
You've
over
said
again.
what it is,
hoping for a
but
different.
No, I don't
haven't-
put myself through that.
You've said what it is, but you haven't explained how you know what it is.
Actually, he has explained
Yeah,
it
I
multiple
have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have we
I've
mentioned
explained
to
it.
the top pitches on a standard refraction day that it's the most minimal amount of refraction possible?
How did you figure that out, Terry?
I believe they went back. Didn't they go
How
back
did you
and
figure
check
that
the
out, Terry?
temperatures?
Terry, how
Was
did
I-
you figure that out? How much refraction is needed?
As I recall, they went out and they.
Terry, what did you do
checked
where
the
you said that
temperatures.
you were able to figure out how much refraction is, Terry? Yeah?
Did I say figure?
Yeah, you said you were about to work it out or something. What were you saying about working out the refraction?
No, I said the top image has the least amount of refraction possible
How do you know?
because it's a more clear image, and the distances that we know that the platforms are away, and the amount that's missing below the platforms is calculable by using math.
How would you calculate? What's the maths?
Well, I don't know the math. I'm not that good at math.
Well, what do you want about then?
It'd be the refracted curve calculator.
You've got a calculator, Mike.
Standard refraction.
Do you have a calculator?
Sure do. You do too. Go to the one you know about.
It's your claim, Moyak.
Yeah.
It's not a claim, it's an observation, as is evident in the pictures, which was already covered and explained to you, KIMO. You seem to have a problem with absorbing the information presented to you.
Yeah, absolutely, because it seems like you're making these things up.
No, it's not made up. It's right there in the pictures that you
math's not
posted.
made up.
Well, for the
Math is not
audience,
made up.
for Chemo's audience, he's been shown the calculator 1 million times.
So let's have a look at it and let's figure out how much refraction there should be
No,
on the screen.
you take a look at it, KIMO. We're
It's
not
not
playing
my
this
claim.
nonsense with you.
It's not my claim.
It is a bunch of incorrect claims by you that this stuff doesn't exist.
What
You're
doesn't
ignoring
exist?
the pictures that you posted, and it was described exactly what's going on there.
I'm trying to figure out how you know what you know. If you're just guessing.
From the pictures that you posted, and it was explained multiple times to you.
And I'm asking how you know that.
Well, Brian Mabbott told us it's not correct. So listen to the video I posted just now. It's only 30 seconds and you're debunked.
Are there any measurements in that video?
You're destroyed, demolished.
Because there are measurements.
Because your fellow flat earther said so. Go take a listen.
But there are no measurements.
You're not scared, are you?
Only if there's measurements.
Are you scared, KIMO?
If
Are
there
you
were measurements,
coward?
yes.
Don't you dare to click on the video?
If there were measurements, I'd be
You
petrified.
want us to look at your video, so just take a listen to this.
Do you have
Come
any
on.
measurements in that
Come
video?
on, go do it.
If there are measurements.
Go do it.
There are no measurements.
Click,
Measurements like BioDual's video that you still haven't actually gone?
What happened in BioDual video?
Oh, you seeded that you're actually part of the globe. That's what happened in BioDual's experiment and
So what's the
observation
problem?
of the video.
What's your
The
issue?
thing that you keep on running away from too.
What's your problem then?
It's actually your problem.
I have no issues. I haven't making any claims.
You have multiple issues. Don't even try that.
My biggest issue is that you're lying about where we live. There is no geometry, no physical calculations, measurements.
You have nothing to support that except your opinion.
Okay, so
And in
provide
fact,
a
that's
measure.
been disproven multiple times by explanations based upon the observational pictures that you posted of those actual oil derricks.
Okay, you're just making stories up now.
That is not making it up. That's factual.
Okay, provide a measurement of the curvature.
We can utilize those two photos that you posted.
You've just heard Sean say they are mirages. We can't use
does
those
have
as
a
their
mirage. The other does not have.
How do you know it's not a
second
mirage?
Horizon that was already covered multiple times, KIMO. If you have a problem with absorbing the information, go ahead and go back to the recording and look at it again.
Yeah, what he said is that it can't be measured because it's a mirage. Can't measure
It
to a
cannot be
mirage.
measured to a high level of accuracy. However, you don't even need a high level of accuracy to observe those two photos as having a difference.
Yes, you're looking at mirages.
And I never made that statement, KIMO.
So, as Sean has said, we can't
No,
measure two mirages.
we're looking at one with a mirage and one that doesn't.
How do you know
And
one isn't a mirage?
That is a measurement in and of itself.
How do you know it's not a mirage?
That's already been established and it was explained multiple times. If you have a problem, you can go back to the recording until you do understand it.
I heard and he said it's both a mirage.
That's incorrect.
Wait.
What's correct
Wait, KIMO. Do not do that.
So what is the... How do you know it's not a mirage?
No distortion.
How do you know it's not distorted?
Because they're straight lines. All the crane is a straight line. The aspects of the legs are straight.
So then why can't you draw a straight line to the horizon?
Excuse me?
Can't draw a tangent to the horizon. Distorted.
That's not the horizon.
Exactly.
Again,
so it's distorted.
it's
It's
a
a mirage. That's the point.
Yeah. The horizon is in front of both platforms.
Right, but we can't draw a tangent to it.
Why?
Because it's not physical.
The body of water is.
How do you know?
Are you
I'm
saying
just not
the
going to
oceans
answer
are
your,
fake?
How do you know it's
completely
not a
dumb
mirage?
questions. I'm not going to answer anymore.
How do you know it's not a mirage?
KIMO, are the oceans real?
Oceans are real, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then the water in that picture is real, dumbass.
But what about the obstruction? How do you know that's not a mirage?
Irrelevant. It's real water.
How do you know the obstruction there?
Don't be dumb.
What about the obstruction?
Yeah, what about your obstruction?
Have you got it in
your
measurement?
brain that prevents you from accepting
Yes,
facts.
there was actually a measurement that was actually identified during the actual course of this discussion.
What
was that measurement, KIMO?
What was the measurement?
See, if
At
you're
1
not going to
foot.
pay attention to information,
exactly.
that's a you problem.
Well,
you
no
can go back
measurements.
and listen to the recording until such time as you don't have a problem.
Right, I've just listened. No measurements were brought up.
See, that's actually inherently false.
Okay, then bring the timestamp. Play it for us. Prove it.
Last 20 minutes.
Prove it. Let's hear it.
The timestamp, yeah, I'll go with the last 20 minutes. You can listen to
Prove
the
it was last
entirety
20
of the
minutes.
last 20 minutes.
Prove that. Play it. Let's hear it.
Nope.
Or
Wild
you
claims.
can
You're
go
making
back-
up wild
you can
claims
go back
yet again.
7 minutes
That's
and not have
not
to
a
listen to the
wild
same
claim.
7
question
minutes,
over and
20
over.
minutes, wild claims being made.
So
Demonstrate
what was
your
the
claim.
measurement, KIMO? What was the
There
measurement
were no
presented?
measurements.
What was the measurement for the obstruction?
There were no measurements.
That's incorrect. You're making wild claims.
Well, what? Prove it then.
You
Listen.
have to go and identify what was the measurement.
I've just told you there were
presented for
no
the
measurements
obstruction.
been made.
And now you're just talking over.
I've just said to you, there's no need to go back
Timo,
again.
you shared a fucking screenshot with measurements.
Of what? The
You did.
platforms, not to the horizon, of the platforms.
Yes, you did.
Platforms, not
Yes, you
horizon.
Oh, really? Are you sure? Because I'll share it right now, and then when you see it, you can apologize.
Yeah, okay, let's have a look. Remember, the platforms we know, it's physical. The horizon we don't, it's a mirage. No one's measured to the horizon.
Really? So
KIMO, you shared
so the
this picture.
platforms
I
are
just
a
put it in the
mirage?
chat.
Mm-hmm.
You shared that picture yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Which said, and it states observer height 1 foot.
Yeah.
Distance.
Is that to the horizon?
To the horizon, 1.22 miles.
Which is not there.
You have the distances. Yeah, it is there.
It's 10 miles away. More than 10 miles. We don't even know how far.
Again, that is miraging.
How do you know?
How do we know? Because yes, actually yes. Like I said, KIMO, unlike you.
Oh yeah, you made measurements, yeah?
I've been to this location over a dozen times.
I'm sure you have.
I have. I've actually done it with the Flat Earther as well.
Of course you have.
I have pictures and videos. Do you want to see them?
Let's take a look then. Timestamp.
No, I'll show you a video that we took.
Timestamp, 1 foot observer.
Come on, jump, Sean, jump.
Timestamp.
There you go. There's a video of my proof that I've been there, done measurements, and made these observations multiple times. You want to see other pictures? I have pictures of platforms upon platforms upon platforms. You want to see them?
I'm taking a look right now. Okay. So where are you measuring to the horizon here?
Oh, perfect.
Where's the geometric
I
horizon?
know where that. I know the distance to that platform. I know the distance to the ship. How did I get those? I did. You can look online. It tells you exactly how far offshore the oil rigs are. The ship, I actually found out through Ship Finder. It shows you the sailing path, the sailing routes of the ships, and it tells you exactly what ship it is, which is how I found out what type of ship that was, how much cargo it holds, and how tall it holds it all, and how large that ship is.
So what's the distance to that horizon then?
The one in my video.
Yeah.
I believe it was 4.5 miles.
Watch the video, KIMO. It's posted for
I am
a
watching
reason.
it. I'm watching it right
All
now.
right, well then watch it and stop asking dumb questions.
I don't see
that are
anybody
answered
making
in
any
the video.
measurements.
You just watch the video and you get all the
I am
answers.
watching the video.
Well, then stop asking and watch.
I'm asking where's the timestamp for
Right,
the
then
measurements.
watch and you'll get the answer.
I am watching it. I'm asking
Dumbass.
for the
Watch
timestamp of the
video,
measurements.
KIMO.
I am
Stop
watching
talking.
the video.
You're still flapping your
I
lips.
am watching the video. I'm asking for the timestamp.
47 seconds.
I'm asking for the timestamp of the measurements.
The entire 4 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't take 4 minutes to
You
make
can be quiet
measurements.
for the next 4 minutes and 47 seconds. If you have a problem with that, you can server mute yourself.
What's the timestamp for the measurements, Sean, in this video?
The whole video. First of all, I just told you how I got my measurements.
Where are your tools?
You didn't listen.
Where are your tools?
I just explained how I got my measurements.
Where are your measuring tools, Sean?
On the internet.
No, when you went to this location, where are the measuring tools?
Oh, I said it. Ship Finder. And the oil rigs are at a designated location offshore. So there are distances off the shore.
Yeah, but where are your measuring tools?
I just explained to you what I use to get my measurements and calculate them. I just explained it just now.
You didn't use any
KIMO,
measuring
what
tools.
did he just say were his measuring tools?
I'm just asking, you didn't use any measurement tools then, right?
That's incorrect. He just stated it. So what did he just state
were the
was his
tools?
measuring tools?
What were the tools? You took those tools to the beach with you, to the water.
You expect someone to put some measuring tape in the ocean, KIMO?
I don't know. I'm asking him what his tools were.
Is that what you want, KIMO?
I'm asking what his measurement tools
Is
were.
that what you want?
I just said. I said it twice now, KIMO.
What did you say? GPS.
I
What did
looked
he
on
say,
Ship
KIMO?
Finder that
Ship
tells you
Finder.
the ship lanes and how far out the ships are. And I know that the oil rigs are at a designated location, and there are plenty of sources that tell you how far off the oil platforms are from any shore in that beach. That is how
does
I
Ship
did
Finder
it.
tell you where the horizon is?
Oh, because the ships have GPS locators on them, and it shows you where their shipping lane is, and it shows you how far off the shoreline they are.
Yeah, but what about the horizon? How does
Then
it tell you where the
I
horizon
identified what ship I was looking at. I got its dimensions, And that's how I know 80 feet of that ship is missing.
How did you measure to the horizon, Sean?
By getting the conditions, or I'll get more detailed.
So what
the
was
temperature
the,
of the
right,
water,
what was the
temperature
height?
of the. I'm trying to talk, Chemo. The temperature of the water, temperature of the air, the atmospheric conditions. Was it a cloudy day? Was it a clear day? What time of day it was? All those played a factor.
Mm-hmm. So what was the distance to the horizon?
I just said it. About 4 miles.
About?
Yep.
Watch the video, Kimo.
How did you measure 4 miles?
By my observer height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what?
And it
What's your height got to
calculated
do
about
with it?
4 miles. Huh?
What does your height have to do with it?
Really?
What does your height have to do with it?
The higher up I am, the further my apparent horizon will be.
Not necessarily. You can stay in the same place.
Oh. I did it from 20 feet. My observer height was 20 feet.
Yeah, it's not.
You asked how I calculated it.
Observer height is not relevant.
Really? So at 1 foot, you can see just as much as at 20 feet, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we're just trying to tell you that the horizon can be as far as you like.
Wow. Chemo. You stated that they could see to Mount Everest from an airplane.
Yeah.
So at 1 foot, can you see Mount Everest?
Depends on the
from
conditions.
that distance.
Depends on the conditions.
Yeah, we're done, Chemo. You have gone into complete retarded land.
Are you done?
Did we ever leave?
So Chemo is trying to say that at 1 foot height, you can see 2,000 miles away.
Depends on the
the right conditions.
Yeah. If you have a clear corridor.
Show me what.
That's
show me,
incorrect.
Show me,
there is no
Chemo.
observation.
Hang on.
of that
Whoa. Chemo. Yeah. Show one observation of that.
Depends on conditions.
Show one observation of that. One.
I've just told you it depends on the conditions.
Okay, and since it depends on the conditions, and you're saying it's possible, show us a 1 foot observer height, 2,000 miles away, showing Everest. Can you do that?
Well,
So that's a claim that Chemo needs to
show that.
verify.
I said it depends on the conditions.
Well, then you need to show us.
To say that, it had to have been done.
It's possible.
So show us.
No, it hasn't had
No,
to be done.
it's actually not possible
Of course
for
it's
a 1
possible.
foot height observer
okay.
to
If
see
you're saying it's possible,
2,000
then
miles
show
away.
It had to have been possible for you to say that.
No, I didn't say it had.
It had to have been
It
seen.
is possible.
No,
Okay,
it's
then
not,
show us.
Chemo.
Show you.
Show 1,000 miles at 1 foot height. Show it.
I don't know if anyone's done that.
No one.
Well, that means you
because
don't
it's
know if it's
impossible.
possible then.
And
It
you
is
can't say it's
Of course,
possible.
there's nothing in the way.
Wait, has anyone done it?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, then how do you know it's possible?
Because the horizon's not physical.
Okay. If no one's done it, how do you know it's not possible?
Because the horizon
Or how do you
is
know it's
not
possible? I'm sorry.
physical.
That has nothing to do with answering the question.
Yeah, you can see any distance if the atmosphere clears up.
Got any evidence of that?
That's actually incorrect.
Why is that incorrect?
How do you know that? How is that possible?
Oh, bearing
It's
in
only
mind
possible
perspective,
if it's
yeah.
been done.
Bearing in mind perspective, yeah, of course.
Wow.
Even
Alright,
if
you
you,
know
try
what?
to inject perspective, it's still not possible to achieve conditions of a 1 foot high observer to see 2,000 miles.
It depends
Impossible.
on it depends on the atmospheric condition.
What are you basing that statement on?
There's no obstruction between you and anyone else, no physical obstruction.
Okay, so then why is there physical obstruction happening?
Not physical. I told you that.
Okay, did you watch my video?
Yeah, that obstruction is not physical.
80
And what-
feet is.
what's blocking
You know
the
what? Chemo, I'm officially done with you for the day. You have a nice day.
Yes.
And now
Yeah,
you get into
what's
this
blocking the
nonsense